Part of the downtown Salt Lake art scene could be torn down. It is part of the plan to revitalize the area around the Delta Center. This specialist Lindsay Ertz joining us live right now. And Lindsay, the leader of this museum, is actually embracing the idea.
That's right, Mike. The executive director of the Utah Museum of Contemporary Arts, also known as UMOCA, tells me they're on board with this because a new building could be on the way. Now, this is all part of the Smith Entertainment Group's plans to revitalize downtown and help house the new NHL team.
It is a space that means so much to me and so much to the community.
Oftentimes, an artist's work represents something.
This is Margaret Curtis. She's a U.S.-based painter. She's interested in the effects of climate change.
Having a space to see that message is the reason the Utah Museum of Contemporary Arts, or UMOCA, exists.
The museum is beloved to us, and it's been a special place for 50 years.
And it's the reason their executive director, Laura Allred Hurtado, is looking at the possible teardown as a way to level up.
Tearing down a building is not tearing down an organization. We see this as potentially a great opportunity.
That opportunity, she says, would come in the form of a new building, one that's more visible, perhaps bigger, and doesn't have heating and cooling issues. The current one is owned by Salt Lake County. Hurtado says the county is currently trying to secure additional money to pay for all of it.
Those monies and those funds to support the impacted buildings is really the linchpin on whether the project goes through.
Hurtado says her artists are worried about a teardown, but she's keeping the faith that their messages will soon have new walls to call home.
To think, even temporarily, that there was a lapse in UMOCA's presence within the artist community would be a huge impact.
Now, important to note here, guys, just because this appears to be the plan for Salt Lake County for UMOCA doesn't mean that Abravanel Hall will get torn down. Those discussions are still happening. Also important to point out, the Salt Lake City Council will be voting on a sales tax increase to possibly help fund the other areas of this zone, possibly as soon as next week. I'll send it back to you.
Interesting to see who likes the idea and who does not like the idea. All right, thanks so much, Lindsay.